What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and what we're going to be checking out right now is if EA nerfed the run game. Now, I know for 100% fact that they did something crazy to Bo Jackson, which is why Bo Jackson is going to be rage sold effective immediately, but that's not what any of this is about. We are going to simply figure out whether the tight ends have a better impact than the actual fullbacks, and we're going to go from there. That's the number one thing. After we figure that part out, we're going to be able to see, like, all right, why am I not breaking these big runs the same way that I used to? Something is actually going on, but again, I don't know. This is all speculation, all right? I'm just telling you that based on what I've been seeing since the most recent title update, the game is playing a little bit differently. But again, we can always assume, but we have to try to see exactly what's going on. So as we jump into this gameplay right here, pretty much what I'm going to do is you'll see that I don't need to sub anybody out. I got Kittle and I got Delanie Walker. Usually I put my fullbacks in there. I'm going to leave them right there for this actual gameplay right here, and we're just going to go ahead and jump into the game to see how everything is working out. What you're going to notice is this game is going to end extremely fast because this guy just wasn't ready for this kind of action. You know what I'm saying? Like, this dude, he was probably a guy that just played another game where EA was just doing them all over the place, and he was saying no, and EA was saying yes. So pretty much, I told you guys, when they press, Tyreek Hill, because he has streak specialist, he's going to be able to get past people. All right, now, this guy couldn't deal with the fact that Trufant got burnt the first play, and he's going to do what's right, bro. Look, I'm not mad at him. He had to do what he had to do. He had some place to be. He said he had to go walk his goldfish. That guy is gone, but that doesn't stop what we're doing. We got to go right into the next game and try to figure out what's happening because, again, I got to know if it's worth it to have those tight ends on my team. Now, in the passing game, Kittle is he's a game changer. Okay, what he's going to be able to do, he's going to be able to take the ball for 6 on a lot of occasions off drag routes or just simple, out routes, like whatever you got going on, maybe a crosser. He's a much better run after catch player than Travis Kelce was. So when I rage sold Travis Kelce, it was primarily because he wasn't giving me the impact that I thought that he should. All right, with the stats that he has, even though he and Kittle both have those 70s in route running, he's just a different, I don't know, I just didn't like the card. After I got to see as much as I could out of it, I didn't really like it. So going forward now, I'm going to keep Kittle no matter what, but it's all about if I'm not going to use my fullbacks. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the real key, because many of you guys are telling me, if you do this, you do that. I'm going to do what works for me, and I'm going to give you guys what works for me. And for any reason it stops working, then I'll decide to find another way to figure out what's going on. But I'm not just going to go, oh yeah, this guy says this, I'm going to do that. No, I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. Bo Jackson, don't worry about it, bro. You're pretty much finished, dog. Like, you're off the squad, dog. That dude right there, we're going to use, if you guys missed my last video, we're going to be using the 89 overall Bo Jackson and leaving it at that. And we're going to be getting rid of the, the 91 or whatever his card is overall, and we're just going to move forward with that. Try to figure out another way to go because he's pretty much useless, and I love playing against him because many people don't understand. The low hit stick neutralizes him, and everybody is acting like the arm bar. Like, if you don't have elusive, you know what I'm saying, and able to move around in open space, it doesn't matter in this game. Now, that's for now. If they decide to nerf the game and change it, that will obviously make us go another route. Now we got to figure out, all right, this doesn't work, we got to start doing this. You see what I'm saying? But for now, the way that they've tuned the game, the way that people were complaining about that stiff arm, I'm telling you right now, most players that you try to stiff arm with, you're going to get that one successful one, and then it's a wrap. But you see how evasive is just so seamless? That's the difference. That's what makes the players that have evasive so much more dangerous. Because Bo Jackson being a power back, he can't, bro, the dude couldn't truck a dead roach. I'm just being honest with you guys. I've tried it every way. When I first got him, when you play with him in that solo, he's OP because EA intentionally makes him really, really OP. When you go out there and you try to play with him, I know a lot of you guys yeah, you got to time it. You got to time it. Even when you time it and you get a successful stiff arm, watch what happens to his stamina. You see what I'm saying? It's weird the way it happens. It's no fun in it because, again, if he's supposed to be OP, make him be OP. Make these guys learn how to play the game. Force them to get better. When you nerf the players, it's crazy, bro. I'm is this really Bo Jackson? This dude is going down. Dudes are not even touching him and he's getting tackled. It's so ridiculous, and I don't understand that. But again, this is the first level of what's going on. We're starting to see is that his read? That's really his read, though. Yeah, okay, that was really his read. All right, cool. Cool beans, bro. All right, so that's pretty much what's actually happening right now. I'm not really worried about this guy defensively. He's trying to throw the ball to me so bad that it's ridiculous. He has no care in the world. My whole focus on this game is to try to figure out something that's going to keep us going throughout the year. Now, I do believe that the run game is going to be something fierce for the entirety of the game. I just think that it's going to go back and forth with the running backs. And that's something that EA has been doing for the last couple of years. I don't know if you guys remember, like, at one point it was the power backs, then it was the fast juking backs, like in previous years. Like, it's a continuous cycle of just everything that we think we know, we don't really know. And it's wild, but the one thing that we do know right now is that evasive is like, it's the way to go. Similar to escape artists. I played a guy earlier today on stream. I wanted to rip my ears off my head because the guy kept running around and I'm leaving my guys to contain. And because he has escape artists, he's running around with Steve Young like a chicken with his head cut off, and there's nothing I can do about it. I got to just deal with it like a man. It's realistically nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is. And with the way that everything is going right now with the run game, I'm thinking from my own sanity, I'm probably going to keep using my fullbacks and going with that lead block. That's what I'm going to do. Whatever you guys decide to do, that's fine. You know, whatever's bringing you success. But just remember that I told you that something is going on with the run game. I just don't know exactly what it is. Because yes, you still can come out and, you know, pretty much run stretch. You can run tosses, counters and stuff like that and have success. But it's not the same way. It may be something with the O-line. Because I don't know if you guys remember, about 2 weeks ago before they actually put out the title update, I was running around with 2 secure protectors on my O-line. And I was running the ball down people's throat. Like, I was getting 212 yards. I was averaging wild stuff. They patched the game, and all of a sudden, none of that was working anymore. Having a secure protector didn't mean anything. I started to get shedded instantly. I don't know what was going on with it, but again, we can't just sit there and be like, all right, you know what? The dude's getting shedded. We're just going to leave it like that. We got to figure out a way to, you know, to counteract it, because the game is still actively going on like that. There's really nothing else we can do at this point. We have to be able to deal with that. I don't know what this guy's doing right now. I guess he's contemplating, you know what? I don't got time for this. Like, EA, you know what? I'm about to leave. But then I guess he's like, you know what? I'm going to finish this game up. And he came back. But again, it doesn't matter what this guy's doing. Let's get back to what we're talking about. We have to actually try to do some research into that and figure out exactly what the fullback versus the tight end is doing. Because in my opinion, at this point, I think I'm going to have to stay with the fullbacks. All the time, like since I put in Delanie Walker and what's the other guy, George Kittle and Bits, it's been a nightmare for me, okay? And I don't know how it's been working out for you guys, but like I said, we're going to get to the bottom of it. One way or another, we're going to start talking about it, and we're going to figure out what EA is doing, and then we're going to know exactly what we need to do. But something is going on. Now, as far as everything else, like the block sheds and stuff like that, you'll see that I'm containing this guy. Most of the time, I don't really like to contain people, but because of all this running around, and remember, Mahomes doesn't get escape artists, so we don't have to really worry about too much with him getting a boost of speed. But you see, like that this guy right here, do not use Pat Tillman. They don't make him jump. I don't know, like just leave him out there at safety, and if you have to click on to make the play, do that, because the ball gets thrown over his head all the time. All right, if you click on and get a nice hit stick with Pat Tillman, you're gonna have success with a fumble and stuff like that. But just don't user him like I'm doing right now. Like user anybody else. Like user like the Penguin from the original Batman. Do like anybody else. Just don't deal with this guy. I don't know. Okay, we're going for 6. All right, we go. All right, bro. House call right to his mom's house. House call right to his mom's house. Let's go. Pick her up. I just don't know exactly what's happening with Pat Tillman. I just wanted to point that out. He will get upgradable to the 95 very soon. I'm very, very close to doing that. Once that's done, I'll obviously let you guys know what's up with that. But I am not having any success with anything that guy is doing. He is being an absolute, like, he just stands there and never jumps for the ball. Now, Denzel Ward jumps for the ball, you know, fully chemmed up. He just will drop the pick. Just to point that out as well. He'll definitely drop the pick, though. You know, and that's pretty much what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys really quickly. I'm going to probably more than likely keep George Kittle, but just looking at the way that they match up, you know, Kittle with everything that he adds, he's more of a guy that you can use as a decoy as the blocker and send him out on routes, and is going to beat you for 6. Corey, he's going to block everybody in front of him. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to see what's good. But that's all that I just don't know about, like, my tight sets. Do I keep the tight ends? Do I keep all the fullbacks, the Shermans, all these guys, the Ricard? I got to figure out what I'm doing, bruh. I really do. And once I figure it out, I'll let you guys know. But I'm just giving you guys some insight. If you guys run the ball a lot, just make sure you have the fullbacks as a backup plan to the tight ends. Even though all you guys are going crazy about Delaney Walker, that dude couldn't block a dead cockroach. And I'm going to be honest with you, but it is what it is, dog. At the end of the day, we're going to figure it out together. We're going to have fun if EA likes it or not. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Be safe. One love, y'all.